So I'm looking at this. I'm gonna be shutting down here soon. Well, we got the. Let me know if that GIF of the Pivotal CFS, the 12Z, is working, if it's running. But we got this out of the 23rd. Well, here we go. Okay, so today, Ridge comes across. I mean, it's not terribly warm. We're in the. I don't know if we got much into the 50s today. The trough comes across late this week. That with that front associated with that front, and that positive that's over the central U.S. gets beat back by that trough that's dropping in on the 22nd, 23rd. So I'm not really sure what to think here. Now, we had that. There's been so many storm signals that we've looked at. I think there was a storm signal for that 22nd, 23rd time frame, and then it started ticking back to the 20th, 21st. So I don't know. Got to watch the numerical models and see if we get the ensembles to pick it back up and get some support there, and if we see this on the numerical models, who knows? It's a promising run of the Pivotal CFS. So strong. I mean, there's the theory of less trough in the west, more in the east. And you look at that block, you look at the negative NAO, strong positive anomaly there in the CFS. Strong positive anomaly in that EPO region. Could be a little further east, in my opinion, but that's not terrible. I think we may see that trough get pulled back to the west and southwest, and that ridge, you can see those thicknesses buckling up to the north. So we got to watch the GFS European and Canadian. We get out through that, lifts out Christmas Day, strong low off of British Columbia, in the Pacific Northwest. That's a strong. They're going to be snowing like crazy up there. Blocking Greenland blocking still there. That positive anomaly with that ridging there over the Aleutian Islands is still holding up. You got the ridge building out over the top. You got something coming across on the 28th there that's spitting out of that low off the Pacific Northwest. Comes across. That could be an overrunning event that we got to watch, because it could be a Miller B too. Because that thing comes across, and the 28th at 12Z, it blows up over the Delmarva. So we got to watch that. Blocking is still there, and that's why that happens. I think I alluded to that in my teleconnection MGO video. We get something coming across an overrunning type track west-east on that baroclinic along that boundary, and you have blocking like that, that's pretty much west base negative NAO or Greenland block. That's what we need. So you get a clipper coming down or a low coming across with that kind of blocking, it's going to bomb out. So that's what we got on the 28th. that thing comes up. That New England's probably going to get pummeled with that. Still got blocking over the top, almost a banana high. Shoot, man. There's just so much potential with this. January 1st, looks like a trough comes in. And then another one follows that on the 2nd. I think we're going to have more trough in the east there at the beginning of January per the CFS here. Got a negative coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico there, north of the Yucatan. And I think we get a piece of energy dropping in from the northwest that would reinforce that trough. That would pull that negative up. And I think here we go on the 7th, we see that. A piece coming down. Could be a front, could be a storm. Getting out to that January 10th time frame, you got the nice blocking building up, oh man, here you go. Okay, so you have a negative over Alaska on the 8th, and you have a trough over the eastern U.S., the upper mid-Atlantic and northeast on the 8th at 12Z. Then you click through the 9th, Sunday the 9th. That trough's lifting out of the northeast. Cold air still in play. And then on the 9th at 12Z, that trough drops in, and that thing goes freaking nuts. And you can see you have that northwest to southeast flow straight out of the source region. Nice, decent ridging on the west. Would like to see it up into Alaska a little bit more. Maybe we'll get that. But that Greenland block builds back up a little bit by the 15th. And then come by the end of the run on January 16th at 12Z, you got a damn near a perfect setup. So, and I'm gonna run through the 850s here real quick, and I'm gonna look at the North American view. The U.S. view. And just try to get a feel for what this thing looks like here in regards to upper air. So cold comes across that 20th, 21st time frame. Cold comes across. Nice look. A little bit of moderation coming across around the 30th. But then you get a reinforcing shot. And it keeps holding right around January 5th, 6th. It's showing a day or so period of warmth coming across compared to seasonal. And then it just like come January 11th at 12Z, you have 850s showing at between minus 14 and minus 20 C. I'm going to look at, what's that, 648. I'm going to look and see what the dew points are going to be showing then. You got single-digit dew points down into the upper mid-Atlantic and northeast. Sub-zero dew points up into Wisconsin, Minnesota, Canada. Surface temperatures at that time, single digits, mid, upper teens across the upper Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Ridiculous cold in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Canada, up into parts of central Canada. You got temps showing minus 45 Fahrenheit. And then that stuff just keeps coming by. By the 12th, you got single digits down into Pennsylvania. Still have that swath of sub 40 degree Fahrenheit temps in Canada. And just when you think you're going to see some moderation, you got another shot coming through on the 16th. And yeah, when you get a chance, take a look at that Pivotal CFS, the 12Z, upper air, 2 meter, and the 500. I haven't even looked at the surface. And I'll do that now. Then I'm shutting down. So you have the system coming across the 19th, bringing some rain, snow, New York State, across the Vermont, New Hampshire, maybe northern Mass. 20th, 21st, you can see that system sliding off. Comes up in kind of phases with the system coming across. Crossed into southern Canada and kind of gets Maine a little bit. But then you have the 20th Christmas Day. We have a potential overrunning west-east tracking system. 27th, 28th, overrunning another kind of a northwest to southeast track to due east, bombing off of the Delmarva at 992. 30th, the 1st. There's a system in play there, but nothing big. The 5th, system comes across the southern slider. Then there's a low showing on the 7th. That has some potential, but there's a little too much warm air in play. The 10th, low comes down, get some snow in with that in the upper Mid-Atlantic. The 13th, system comes across. The 14th, you get a low coming, cutting from Texas up to Michigan, and then that has a front coming across. It has some sleet, freezing rain, mix bag of precip, snow a little bit, and then rain comes across on the 15th. But then you have a low that's coming up out of the Gulf of Mexico, through Florida, the Panhandle, and Georgia to the Delmarva on the 16th. That really needs to be watched in regards to long range. And then you get, it's just like January is looking ridiculously cold and stormy. And I like this run based off of where we now know the PNA is going. where I feel I know the PNA is going, and the combined with the MJO and the other teleconnections, the WPO, EPO, and the PNA moving to kind of get in sync with these other teleconnections that are favorable. So take a look at Pivotal 12Z Pivotal CFS run when you have time.